Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the 426 Podcast, the show made by young people for everybody. My name is Adam Duffy, and I am joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Parsa Pelavanka.
Damn right, I'm first.
Terez Hill.
What's the deal?
And over the call, I have Jack Casey.
What's up, guys? I hate that you said Parsa first. I was hoping you'd never do that.
I'm sorry, man. I figured he deserved it. But today, this is January 1st, 2021. It's the first day of the new year. All of us are kind of exhausted from a long little week we've had. But
Honestly.
Today, we're just going to go a little off the cuff, just see how everyone's doing, talk about a few things.
If you're watching, I feel like you should give yourself a round of applause. You know, you made it through another year. You're here. You know, something to smile about, be happy about.
Yeah, that's
Damn
fair.
right, man. Every
I
day
just
you wake
looked-
up is something to smile about. Ain't it right, Jack?
That's right, bro. I just looked at the little clock in the bottom right of my computer, and it says 1/1/2021, and it's kind of like my mind isn't processing it. Like I honestly never thought this year would end. If that
Jack,
makes sense.
you remember in 5th grade, they made such a big deal about it because it was 12/12/2012, and we would never see that
I
day ever
do.
again.
Yeah, December
remember.
12th of halfway through 5th grade. Yeah.
Damn right, man. What a beautiful
We
time
had a
to be
lot of
alive.
days like that in elementary school. Like we always celebrated the 100th day of school every year and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Elementary was
Kinda
just a
weird.
big celebration.
There's parties every
It
week.
was. They were just- they were
Pizza
looking for any
parties,
excuse to have
nap
a party.
time, recess.
You come home from the playground, or not come home, go to class after going to the playground, and the leprechaun came on St. Patrick's Day. You know,
Jesus, dude. My elementary school was not that cool, man. I went to elementary school in Utah. My elementary school, though, had the coolest mascot. We were the Draper. Draper is a city in Utah. We were the Draper Dragons. And I went to Draper Elementary.
I've been a goddamn wildcat for my pretty much whole
Yeah.
grade
Dang.
school career, and it pisses me off, man.
Also, the
yeah,
kind of
you
all
were.
over.
Me and Parsa have been the Panthers, the Junior Wildcats, and the Wildcats.
Interesting. Just a bunch of
Why were we
felines.
never like Cougars, man?
That's what East Cobb was originally, but then they changed it.
BYU's.
I was a Cougar middle school. But like, wait. But like before then, like elementary school, I was a bulldog. I hate those fucking things.
I was the Dragons, and then I was the Utes at one point in Utah, like the Indian tribe, the Utes. A lot of like schools in Utah are called the Utes because it's what the state's named after and whatnot. But in Montana, I think it was the Cowboys, because it was like Montana, everyone owned a horse. But then I was a Wildcat. But Cougar is the mascot of Brigham Young University, the Mormon University in Utah.
Damn right, man. Damn right.
That's the place to be, Adam. That's the
Speaking
place to
of
be.
bulldogs,
It really is.
Like, what's you guys' like preferred dog to have?
German Shepherd, hands down, or a Great Dane.
Pitbull.
I've thought about this a lot because I've never really had a dog. Like we've had since I've been alive. We've gone through. We're on our second cat right now because dogs are like too much work. But I've always wanted a dog.
Wait, did you guys
forever.
eat the first one?
Yes, we ate the first one. What? No, it passed away of old age, Parsa.
Or Tink Tink.
I've always thought about it though.
Obviously, I love my dog right now. She's a Shih Tzu Yorkie. She's super small and really like feisty and all that.
What a babe.
She's very adorable. But my dad and my stepmom, who live in Houston, Texas right now, they used to have two pit bull mixes. One was a pit bull and a greyhound. So he had like the pit bull facial features, but he was kind of scrawny, like a greyhound is. And then the other one was a black lab and pit bull mix. His name, the first one was Henry, and the second one was Fiona, and they were my favorite dogs of all time. Like they were just so like nice and so like cuddly for their size. But they both died in pretty quick succession to each other. Fiona especially, she was my favorite. She was always so nice to me. She it was junior year. I got the text in the middle of school that like they had to put her down that day, and damn, it really fucked me up, honestly. Like I was sitting in the counseling office and I got the text, and I had to leave for a little bit.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. Dogs are like a soft spot. I feel like anybody that's owned a dog, they know that like special spot. Cause
Okay.
we had a little Shih Tzu like before we came here, and we couldn't bring it here because we stopped at Turkey first, and then he'd have to be in Turkey for 30 days. And how the hell are we gonna stay in Turkey for 30 days?
Uh-huh.
And then we'd have to bring him here, and then he'd get like quarantined for 30 more days. So we're just like, it's a lot easier to just go our separate ways. So we had to give him away. And that dog, man, that dog was... The only one bad thing he had about him is my dad's side of the family, they fed that dog way too damn much, man. Like, I remember my grandma would just sit at the dining table and, like, skin an apple and then just give the whole thing to the dog. Like,
Jesus Christ, man.
So, like, this kid, like we'd have, like, play dates and, like, we'd have his food and, like, the other dog's food. He'd finish his in, like, a minute and then immediately go to the other dog's food.
Oh, dude, yeah. Those two pit bulls had a big problem with eating each other's food. Yeah.
Adam, did you have 3 dogs at one point?
Well, the 2 pit bulls were my dad and my stepmom's, and then my dog is Izzy, the Shih Tzu Yorkie. We've had her for 11 years now. So she's been in the family for a very long time, and she's remarkably healthy for her age. She did have a little thing a while ago where she had these like really bad bladder stones that we had to get surgery for, but right now she's extremely healthy, and you know, I've sort of found I've gotten a newfound sort of respect and love for her now that she's really like the only dog that I have.
Aww. Dude, I couldn't imagine not living with Cloaksy.
They're just such staples in a household. Dogs are.
Dude, he's such a little
Parsa,
piece
your
of
dog
shit.
is huge.
Dude, he's massive,
That man
bro.
is
I love huge
big.
dogs.
He is
though.
massive.
And he's so childish
And
too.
he
Oh
doesn't
my
he doesn't know
God,
his
it's
size.
like one of the
Yeah.
biggest dogs I've ever interacted with.
He does not
What
know
kind of
his
dog do you
size.
have, Parsa?
I have a chocolate brown lab. Yeah, and his face is cute
Man
too.
is thick,
I've seen some other
beefy
dogs.
boy.
Like,
yeah, he's
they
an
just
attractive
they just
dog.
don't have his face, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I choose a dog over though?
Don't say cat.
I had a pet python one time.
Oh my god, you're one of those guys.
He was pretty beautiful. He was pretty beautiful.
Fucking snake.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man, you want to touch my reptiles, bro?
I have never approached nobody like that before.
I mean, I'll take a snake over a cat, but like dogs are at the top of the tiers in terms
Dude,
of pets.
Nah,
So-
bro, people sleep on cats. Cats are actually so chill. I
Dude,
love cats.
Cats
I love
scare
cats
me.
and dogs.
Cats scare me.
I don't like cats.
Nah,
Fuck
bro.
cats.
If you
Allergies
get it
go
like
all
as
over
the
the place.
kitten, like fresh out the womb,
Dude.
cats are so chill because they love you. They basically think you're their
Like,
parent.
no,
if you
I
get them as
got
a
bit
kitten.
by.
Yeah.
Bro,
I got
until
bit.
you die, and 2 days later, you're half eaten by a cat.
Dude, you know the difference between a house cat
What?
and like a lion? Fucking
Nothing.
nothing.
Damn right, nothing.
Like, but the
It's
cat just
true,
understands that
true.
it's tiny and it
It's
can't
literally
like it
its
I
can't
got
hunt you
size.
down.
No. When I was little, I got attacked by a cat one time.
Yeah, and that's why they attack babies because they're like, oh, you're like my size. I might be able to fucking kill you.
Fucking prick.
Like I would never keep a baby and a cat in the same house. I've
So
seen
when
way
I-
too many videos of like cats, like a baby comes up, all waddles up, and the cat like scratches. I'm like, hell no, I'm punting that cat if it does that to my kid. Like I
Kick
am
them across the
punting
room.
that cat.
But dude, dogs and kids, bro, it's a beautiful
dogs and kids is
sight
the
to see.
beautiful
It's a
combination.
beautiful
Definitely.
sight to see.
Like it's
Depends because sometimes people will get a dog and then like
Well,
a few
I
years
mean,
later they have
you
their
can't-
first kid and the dog
gotta
gets
tra-
really jealous.
you gotta
You
train
can't,
it.
no, you can't get a Rottweiler and throw it with a baby.
No. I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about attention to the dog. Dogs
Oh,
get
yeah.
baby or like jealous of babies all the time.
Oh yeah, no, the dog definitely has to be more mature, like
Definitely.
to accept the baby.
You taking your ass outside.
Know
but
your
it's like in
age,
general, like
take
like
your lumps.
some dogs are gonna be like jealous when you bring a baby into the house, but some cats like whatever human you bring into the house, they're gonna look at as prospective prey. You know, they're like, can I kill that thing?
Is this actually valid information?
Oh yeah, it's like the genetic differences between
Well, it
house
depends
cats.
on the cat.
The
but
genetic differences
kinda.
between like house cats and big cats are like very dissimilar. Like very like there's almost no dissimilarities between the two. Like it's really just
Bro,
like
trust me, man. You heard of a Persian cat?
yeah.
I'll kill them all. I hate cats. I can't stand. I don't give Persian and Arzican, like wherever it could be from. I'm killing that cat.
And in like big cities, they're like the worst problems. You know, like stray cats in New York. There's like millions of stray cats in New York, and like they just
Oh,
like
dude, a stray black
Really?
cat
like
with
they're
green eyes.
like
That's-
they're like New York cities.
I'd kick that.
New York
cat.
City's like rodent and like bird populations are like plummeting because of how many stray cats there are. Like birds just get sniped out of the sky. rodents can't even
Is
survive.
that really a bad thing though? Cats are doing their work, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
that-
but like
they're
the-
getting
But they're
rid of
killing
rats
the
in the subway.
ecosystem,
like
man.
yeah, no,
taking over
they're
the-
actually fucking
the
up New
food
York
cycle,
State's
man.
like New York State's like actual like
Oh.
ecosystem. And
Yeah, man.
and they're also a hazard to
That's not
people.
good.
You know, like you go into an alley with 50 cats.
You're not coming back home.
yeah, because you'll just find an alley
I'm
with
like, we on
50
this
freaking
episode
house
of
cats
Secret
in
Life of Pets.
Okay,
No,
there's
stray
two-
cats, not house cats.
Oh yeah, sorry, I mean stray cats, but like 2 million among the entire city. Like there's pods of them, and they travel, and and then there's just like dead cats littered across the city like at all times. It's a huge like health problem.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's a huge like health.
Bro, what were those books called that all the emo girls read with that were like about the cats, the cat clans
What,
in middle
Diary
school?
of the
Oh my
Wimpy
god,
Kid?
what were they called?
The cat clans. I'm trying to think.
Yes, Diary of the Wimpy
Was it
Kid.
like a fantasy book?
Our research
Yeah, it was like a
department is
nonfiction
currently
or
working
not.
on
It was
finding
a
a
fiction
solution.
like fantasy book about like clans of cats, and they
Into
all
the-
like had characters. and
Into the
stuff.
Wild.
I
I don't know. It
Warriors.
was weird, but all the emo girls read it.
Dude, there's a lot of
Cats
books
of the
about these cats,
Clans?
man.
Cats of the Clans.
I thought you were gonna
There's
say like
no way that's
I
what
thought you were
it's
gonna say
called.
like the shitty poetry
There's
books.
a book called Cats of the Clans.
Dude, there's a lot of books about these cats, bro. Anyways, bro, can we stop talking about cats now?
But Jack, when you were talking about books emo girls read, I thought you were gonna talk about like those really like raunchy, really strange like poetry books like Milk and Honey that like all like the
Oh,
13-year-olds
yeah.
would read, and like they were just all so like sexual, and it just made me it made me so uncomfortable as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you reading? like like you can think of the girls at our school who would show me it, and I'd be like, this is kind of foul. Like this is gross.
We'll talk about this offset because I'm
Yeah,
trying to see
a little
who's reading those poems, man.
Yeah. God.
Dude, I haven't touched a book in so long, man.
I haven't read a full book since freshman year.
I think it's been, dude, I remember like 5th grade, I capped about reading these books, man. I'd just be there flipping pages. I couldn't even understand the language, man. I don't know why my teacher was
Actually-
believing the cap.
I didn't like reading in high school because we would have reading times in high school, and like that was so I wasn't fond of that. I actually just read the first Harry Potter though. I'm gonna try and read the whole series, and I actually really enjoyed it. Surprisingly, reading not for assignment is actually really
You reading them?
Yeah,
good.
no,
big
I feel
thick
like
ass
read something,
books?
it's not great.
I feel like the reason that books are so like looked down upon kind of is like because we're so forced to read them in school, like for 12
I still read.
years.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's
I
not
feel-
like good books. It's very like standardized. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more capable to read a book like in my free time as I please than I would be in school during reading time.
100%.
Like I just can't stand like everybody sitting down reading their book.
I'd say, guys, I used to carry really big books to school that I didn't read so that people would think I was smart.
Wait.
Oh, buddy.
Did you really?
Yep. In the 8th grade, I remember carrying
Wow.
around.
Just walking around these big ass
I remember in
books.
the 8th grade. In the 8th grade, I would carry around the Count of Monte Cristo, fucking 1,500 page book, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Did you even read one page?
Nope.
Why?
you
like
just carrying
like you
them
would walk
around.
around with a book this thick.
I keep a bookmark like progressively moving forward in the book though. People would be like, "Oh, Adam."
But you never read it at all?
Nope, not a single page.
Would you just read the chapter? Like chapter?
I would maybe like look at it if we ever had free time in school in like a class, but I never actually read it. I really just carried it for the clout.
What if
I was that
what if
insecure
like a
as a
girl you
kid.
like came up and was like, "Oh, that's one of my favorite books." Like, what would you say?
Have you ever
Well,
had any
that's
situations
when you
like that?
distance yourself because if she's reading that book, she's not for you.
No, I would fake it till I make it, dude.
she
if I
is
really,
for the library.
Just read the back of the book.
not for the
I
streets, just for the
see.
library. No,
I like that part.
but, But yeah, the other books I do this with just a bunch of like old classics that nobody like in our generation
Nobody.
has ever read, so it didn't really matter. They just saw the thickness of it and they were like, "Whoa!"
Well,
Not the only time that I'm so sad. Never mind.
man, it's a rough day, man.
It has been a rough day.
My back hurts, man. Not from
yeah,
carrying this
the weather's
podcast because Jack's
horrible. It's a new year, but like no one cares. It's weird.
It was one of the
It's
most
a weird day.
uneventful ones. We couldn't get the ball drop to show up on the TV that I was hanging with some friends, and I couldn't get the ball drop to show up on the TV. So we just used like the clock app on my phone. Like you can see the second marker going around on it, and we just sat around and looked at it, and then we all like cheered when it hit 12 o'clock, and we were like, "Cool, I guess it's a new year."
I missed the countdown, so like
Yay.
It's just
you and me both.
yeah, it was just very uneventful, and it definitely doesn't feel like a new year. But oh well, I'm sure it will eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like hopefully by the summertime it should.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think like it's not like the new year was gonna magically change anything, but I think there are things coming that will change like this era of our lives, and that'll be hopefully around the summertime.
I mean, bro,
Yeah.
I never like I don't know, man. Some people just blow it so out of proportion, man. I feel like this year was a lot better though. I don't know if it's because everybody's like grown up that we grew up with, and they don't like do the new year, new me. Who's coming to 2021 with me? I'm leaving some of y'all behind. Like I saw a lot less of that shit this year, and I'm so glad that people are moving on.
Honestly,
and, like,
because who
growing
honestly
up.
cares? I could care less if you stop talking to me,
Bro, I
bitch.
promise you,
Like-
bro. I promise you, if it wasn't because of Snapchat, we wouldn't even be like in contact in any way, shape, or form. Like,
Speak to him.
That's fair. That's fair. A lot of the people.
like a lot of people, I would not take time out of my day to say hi to.
Unless you had social media.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like one we've I think people have gotten away from all like the really like presenting how much you're growing into the new year, but then also like all the posts about sort of like self growth and development where it says like, you know, this year really showed you like who's fake and who's not, or like
Shut up, man. Every
Dude,
year
I've seen
does that.
so
What?
many of tweets.
That's
like,
life.
tweets
That's
and
life.
Instagram
Bro,
posts.
we're
gonna go through that on a daily
million of
basis.
those.
You know, like friendships are made. Friendships are like
lost.
yeah. Like it's the cycle of life. You like people come in, people leave. You know, you can't.
And I think
keep
there was
everybody.
there was an especial emphasis on it this year with like saying like what kind of people like really cared about you based on like their actions during the pandemic, like being disconnected, like if they
Yeah.
like really like reached out to you and stuff like that. And it's just holding people to a really high standard. It's kind of what I like to call like the main character effect, where like people think that like they're the main
Everything
character of life or
revolves around
something, or like they're like, at least like more important than the person next to
Yeah,
them.
like they think they're in their own little movie and they need to
There
like
you go.
make plot points.
Yeah,
Which,
well,
like,
they're both the protagonist and the writer, where they can like cut people out based on
Exactly.
how
Dude,
they act. It's like
most of those people are the loud girls on Snapchat, man. It's the loud ones, man.
But
I
people
wasn't
what
gonna
you
say it. I
said,
wasn't
the
gonna
loud
say
ones
it.
on Snapchat. But I mean, shit, it's life. I wanted to say one of the best things my uncle could have told me is you learn from your options. So like he also told me like men and emotions don't go together. But like what I'm saying is like that's life. You're gonna go through this every day. Like people gonna come in and out of your
Yeah.
life. No, nobody really cares that you're posting it on social media. And I've always been taught, like, you know, you go through the motions, but that doesn't mean you blast it on social media. Like, not everybody needs to know what it is.
some of the
that
things
you're
I see on
going
social
through.
media are like fucking like like who cares? And then it's like, and then sometimes people will realize how little people care about the things they post, and then they'll post about being angry about how little people care about what they post.
See,
And it's like a vortex.
yeah.
I've learned to like master the art of social media.
Mhm.
4 different private stories.
Definitely.
Like
And you have a different
private-
group in
private
each.
account.
You have a different group
Like-
in each story.
Like I know what audience I'm trying to like
Reach.
show something
There
to.
you go.
Like if it's a
Right.
funny video like with like friends from my hometown, I'm gonna like post it to like the story that has more of like my friends. If it's a general ass post, I'll post on my main story. You know, it's just like
But I think that's something that we, not necessarily us in this room and not you, Jack, but I think that's something that people need to learn to get in the habit of. You got to learn how to categorize certain people. Like sometimes you get yourself into certain situations with people that you know good and well you wouldn't have got into if you just sat back. Like I've always been taught, if you keep quiet and you listen, you'll really hear what somebody's true intentions are. Like straight off the bat once they open their mouth. Like you just got to shut up sometimes, sit back, relax, listen, and then you learn how to categorize folks.
Yeah.
But everybody,
And I feel
everybody
like-
wants
I feel
everybody to be
like
their friend. You're my friend,
Instagram,
person.
Instagram especially right now. If someone posts like if whatever on Instagram and they have this cringy ass caption and it's just like super, you know, their Instagram right now. If someone doesn't know you, it's a resume for people. It's a resume for people you meet. Honestly, that's all Instagram is.
That's
Because
true.
like
That's
you
very
post
true.
a caption of something you would never say in real life. Like I don't even know. I'm thinking of someone, but I'm not gonna say. But you post like this cringy caption that you would never say those words ever, but it's a resume to make yourself look good. That's all it is, in my opinion.
Jack,
If
can you do
don't
me a
already know
favor
that
and send me
person.
that post?
I bet mine's fucking
I
garbage.
will after this.
I bet
sure.
my resume is fucking garbage.
For what?
On Instagram especially, I hardly ever post on Instagram.
I mean, I don't either. My resume is beautiful.
See, that's the thing.
I don't have no
I
pictures
realize
up
that,
on
and I
that
try and
boy
keep my
neither.
Instagram kind of clean. Like I post as frequently as possible without being too frequent, and kind of make everything go together as much as I can. So if I meet someone, they'll be like, "Oh, this guy looks legit,"
you
not.
You know
weird.
why? Because Jack's white.
I knew that was coming. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Jack, man, I just can't take a jab at you without you getting mad, and that makes me sad.
Bars.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
New year,
Kind
man.
of just like a melancholy New Year kind of mood. The weather's bad. I was just saying that the weather's bad. New Year. It's
I
kind of
love
like
it.
whatever.
I'm loving the weather. I love it when it rains. I love it when it
hate
snow.
it.
Yeah,
I love
that's
snow.
even weirder. Is rain? Rain is some of my favorite weather. I always go outside when it's raining, and now I'm just like, whatever.
I just
So
want it to be
shame we're
warm
not-
again,
we're
dude.
not
I really
talking
do just
dark.
want it to be like blistering hot.
Okay, I don't know about all that.
Hell no. I just
Dude,
July.
I want to be
We're-
comfortable.
we're at the like part of the season where nobody wants to like overdress, but it's like cold enough to where you could overdress. So when you underdress,
Yeah.
you're freezing, but you don't want to overdress because you don't want to look like an idiot because nobody else is. Damn right.
I'm wearing shorts like very.
You live here. It's okay. We'll give you a pass. But dude, I keep like I have like personal heater in my room that like keeps my room blasting on 80. Cause
Really?
like, yeah.
I can't be that
Dude,
hot.
that thing stays on
80?
all the way
I
throughout
can't be
summer.
that hot.
Damn.
It stays on through summer.
Yeah.
You have
Fucking
80
tripping.
80
degrees
degrees.
heat in your room
Heat.
24/7.
Yeah, and when I'm going to sleep, I'll like throw my blanket on it. And, like,
Pulsa. Nah, bruh.
bro, I'm really warm blooded. I can't take the cold.
I know, but my thing is like,
Well, it means you're
From the
cold
desert.
blooded.
No.
Because
the
cold
heat.
blooded creatures like they need to warm
Well, I like the
themselves.
warmth, man. Okay.
You're fucking
Yeah, because from the
Fucking
desert,
off.
from the
Yeah.
trenches.
from
no, but no
this goddamn
cap.
reptile.
I can't do clothes. Like,
just flat out can't
no,
take
no,
clothes.
no, no.
You're gonna be walking around
Exactly.
naked.
I mean, when I get my own shit, probably like you can definitely go to announce yourself before you come to the crib. But when I'm at
TJ, we
home,
moving in together.
when I'm at are you gonna see me come out in this my robe, bro? Nigga, what you doing?
You're gonna sit down on the chair and like spread your legs. It's like, God damn it, TJ,
Get
put
your
that
ass
shit
dressed.
away.
But no, like
The way TJ started this story was just like
I just don't like clothes.
nah, but what I'm saying is when I'm at the crib, all you gonna see me in is some like basketball shorts and a wife beater, and that's if you
Wow.
see, and that's if you see me with a shirt on. And
Hell
if I'm
yeah.
in my room, shit, fuck it, I'm in my drawers, I'm in my boxers, I'm chilling. But I don't like being too hot. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Unless I got the air on. So maybe like at night, I might like open the window and then have a big ass cover just laying over me, just
Dude,
snuggled over there.
I'm only rocking shirtless if I'm in my physical prime. Like if I can walk past the mirror and be like, damn. But if I can't, this shirt staying on.
Even
bro.
at home though,
I don't-
you'll always have like a
I-
shirt on.
Yeah.
No, my flubber just flat. I don't give a fuck. You understand? I got a little tummy now. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't that.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, bro.
I'm
like,
not that ashamed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so mad that like we're not forced into playing sports anymore.
Dude,
'Cause, dude, that's
I
the
was
only
just
thing that's
talking-
kept me
I
fit.
was just talking to Adam about that, and the other day I was talking to my homie because even though he's in Michigan, he goes to the batting cage, the indoor batting cage, and he still like cracks at it, you know, all the time. But I was like, yeah, bro, I really ain't been working out like that for, just chilling, eating, eating, working.
Oh, Parsa, I saw in your story you were at the gym the other day.
Damn right,
you.
boy. 2 weeks in a row, man. I
Whoa.
only
Damn.
skipped leg days.
No, you can't skip leg days.
Wow.
Trust me, bro. You can skip leg days.
Bro, you gonna be big as fuck at the top and then tiny as fuck at the bottom.
Have you seen my legs?
His legs are
Massive.
massive, pretty big.
Oh,
Yeah.
how does
I
it,
can skip leg
Okay.
days.
Jack, bro?
I played
all
frisbee
right.
for the first time in months a few days ago, and it was tough. Like
I've been going to hoop, bro.
Really?
oh,
Yeah. Basketball's fun.
dude, I
I'm
want to play
scared.
basketball. I've never played basketball with you, Parsa.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe one time in sophomore year when we
Do
were
you go
with,
to a rec
with,
center,
uh,
or are
with
you
Nick
just, like-
and like the older guys. Like we went like from Wildcat TV, we went to go to the basketball.
Oh yeah.
But
it was
like-
for that one,
but like-
and we didn't even play.
we gotta play like sometime.
You be at the
Damn
rec
right.
center, or you just be outside like at a hoop?
We just go to like these church courts and we just run like 5-on-5, and we usually get smacked.
The church by Wheeler actually just got a full
Dude,
new set.
that-
Have you seen it?
It's sick, bro. I drove past it. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago coming here.
It
I
looks
drove right
nice.
past it and I was like, God damn, all right. People are going to be playing there for 10-day contracts. It's not even going to be like no light work. It's not going to be It's going to be straight up 10-day contracts.
Yeah. I'm scared that if I step a foot on the track, my lungs are gonna like implode.
I'm peaced out. Before you work us, I'm gonna leave.
Jack,
You understand, bro?
Huh?
unpopular or maybe honestly popular opinion. I'd rather see D Rose in the NBA Hall of, or Basketball Hall of Fame before Westbrook. What do you think about that?
I agree with that. I think D Rose has more of a legacy than Westbrook because Westbrook is kind of just makes his own opinions, and like, he's a decent player, but I think D Rose was better in his prime than Russ was.
I think D Rose's MVP was better than Russ's.
Hands down.
Like no question, youngest MVP, carried his team to like not only a playoff spot, but he actually carried them through the playoffs too. It wasn't a first round exit like Westbrook every goddamn year. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like both of them aren't like carriers. Like they can't be one person on a team and have the whole team do well. I feel like they need people with them.
A lot of
But
basketball
D-Rose
point
does
guards.
it better than Russ. Like Russ needs people. D-Rose could maybe slide a little bit, I feel like.
I don't even know what the perfect team around Westbrook is. Like this guy, everything you give him, he just fails with. Like he has a guard that can.
Do you remember?
Go ahead.
You remember like a million years ago when he had Harden and KD with him on OKC, and they were doing just okay. You know, like three of them, and they were doing just okay.
I feel like that was definitely a coaching problem too, because exactly what's going on with the Wizards, like whatever coach they have, I don't even know his name. He just can't come up with like a offensive scheme at all. Like Westbrook just cannot stop jacking up shots for no reason. Oh, God. Dude, I just can't stand him, bro. Everything about him pisses me off. Like, everything about him is unnatural.
Russ?
Whether it's stat padding, talking shit while down 30, like, his competitiveness to, like, it's annoying, man. You can't be competitive if you don't win.
I feel like I always, like, I never see him happy. He's always just, like, complaining. Or
bro. He's always so angry
after.
after a dunk, bro. Like, just put a smile on that face, bro. Turn that frown upside down. What the hell are you so mad for, bro?
I saw the Nets.
Speaking of basketball, though, the Hawks.
Hawks,
the Hawks,
dude,
the Nets. I feel like that's what we were about to bring up. Yeah.
They didn't. The NBA didn't want us to go 4-0, bro. The refs were calling some BS.
The Hawks not only that though, like we were 3-0 and now we're 3-1 against the Nets, but that one loss we have it was not a bad game. It was super high scoring.
It was such
super
a tight
close
game
the whole time.
And I'm so mad that I couldn't watch it, bro. Like I literally got
it was a great game.
Yeah,
I watched it. It was really good.
Because that night Florida was playing too, and I went to my buddy's house to watch like the Florida game, and when I get there and like this girl's watching and like she's watching a movie on the couch, and I'm like, bro, I thought we were coming here to watch the Florida game. And he's like, yeah, I thought so too.
Aw.
So, damn, man.
Have you guys, just so I can feel like I'm spoiled or not, but so you've seen the big thing about Jake Paul wanting to challenge Conor McGregor in a boxing match, right?
Yeah.
And you know, Jake Paul put up like the $50 million for like to challenge Conor to a boxing match. And I don't know. I think it's just amazing because I'd really want to see that.
I think you could actually take him.
Well,
Really?
Well,
in a boxing match, he might be able to. That's the thing. But I don't know. Apparently, it's not going to happen this year.
I
It's
feel
not gonna
like
happen
Jake
in
Paul
2021.
has more boxing in him than McGregor.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely. I want to see how Logan does against Mayweather, but
Oh yeah, no, he's done for.
he's done for. But like, we can kind of compare because Jake Paul and Logan Paul are in very similar weight classes, and we can kind of compare.
Yeah, no, for
Conor's performance against Floyd against Logan's performance against Floyd and sort of extrapolate maybe how Jake Paul would do against McGregor.
Who did he fight last?
I don't know.
Hey,
It just
speaking
it
of,
brings up.
Yeah.
go ahead, Jack.
I don't know. It brings up the issue of like, what if Jake Paul wins? Like Jake Paul is not. I mean, he's a professional. I guess you could be considered. He's a professional now, but he's a YouTuber. He's a personality. So if someone like him beat Conor McGregor's career would basically be over.
Okay,
Not exactly
he has been
since
training.
Conor McGregor is, I mean, he's not a boxer and he's the, I guess since the best lightweight in the UFC retired recently, he's now probably one of the best lightweights, if not best fighters in the world. And so like boxing is definitely just sort of his fucking like his sideshow, but I mean, he has a fight in the UFC, not for the championship, but he has a fight at the end of January against, oh God, what's his name? Fucking, I think he's against Poirier. But like his MMA career is really kicking off. But I do think that if he lost to Jake Paul, which is likely, I don't want to put it against him, but that would be pretty. It would just be really good for Jake Paul, and he'd never stop talking about it. You know,
Snoop
I feel
Dogg
like
had the best commentary.
People really need to stop sleeping on the Paul brothers, especially Jake, bro. This man's a killer.
he fucking flattened Nate Robinson in that
Dude,
fight.
like everybody was like, "Oh, dude, Nate's gonna get it." I'm like, bro, Jake's been training for years.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have anything better to do. He has a ring in his house. All he does is like, whoop people's ass in sparring and get an ego boost, and then gets in a ring with a short ass like ex NBA player.
Yeah, and just fondles him, just like cuddles him. He's over. It was a really fucking terrible fight for
Yeah, I
Nate.
think I won like $5 on it, but I really should have put more.
Yeah.
Like after like
Did you really?
Yeah. I mean, I was watching it in a room with a bunch of guys that were hating on Jake. I was like, all right, man, y'all.
Oh, okay.
It's obviously not every day, bro, for y'all, man.
Oh God, dude. It's honestly fascinating to see YouTube personalities start like fighting each other, because it really, I feel like it started with the Paul brothers, but I think it might be like a further trend, like moving on with popular YouTuber, like especially popular male YouTubers that are gonna start, like, if they have beef on YouTube, they're gonna like start fucking.
I feel like the boxing is outplayed now because everybody that gets in the ring doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So like it's a whack ass fight.
That's why Snoop Dogg had the best commentary.
Yeah, like actual fucking like boxing or like MMA, like people in that realm, like they hate how like the Paul brothers have gone into it.
Yeah.
Like Dana White, the president of the UFC, when a reporter asked if he's ever gonna fight Conor McGregor, he said like, "Fuck no," like I'm never gonna, like he's like, I'm not gonna let some like YouTube Disney star fight one of the best players, one of the best fighters in the world. And I was
In the octagon?
like,
Yeah.
either way, like,
dude, no.
in the octagon.
Okay, if
I
Jake
don't want to
gets in the octagon,
I don't
then
even
it's
want to bring
OD.
it up. Like when he drove by, I forgot his name. Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. I forgot his name, but he drove by him and he threw like eggs and toilet paper at him. Do you remember the video where I think it was Dustin Poirier, but he drove past him he was on the side of the road in LA, and he was like filming this show of like where he like talks and like eats this food from a food truck, and Jake Paul drives past him in a pickup truck, throws eggs and wet toilet paper at him. And then once he comes out to get Jake, he like drives off like as fast as he can.
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
No, because like, I mean, like, because he's one of the best like BJJ fighters in the world. He would have killed Jake Paul if he had caught him. Like, it would have been so sad. But I don't know.
They get it for the vlog.
He would have he would have lost an arm, dude. He would have lost an arm. But
Dude, watching UFC fights, especially, bro. All this blood, man. These guys are fighting like.
I love it, dude. Like Israel Adesanya just beat the other, like Israel Adesanya is the middleweight champion of the UFC, and he's undefeated. And he just fought another undefeated middleweight. I forgot his name. But he beat him pretty handily, and it was, I don't know. I love the UFC so much. It really gets to me, man.
Dude, I wish I was keeping up with it. I just never really got into it. Like, I watched the big fights, like, with friends and stuff, but, like, I just never, like, got into it to, like, follow.
I don't know exactly when I started getting into it. I really can't trace it back, but, like, I guess independently, like, my dad is, like, super into the UFC. He has a podcast about the UFC where he talks about the UFC with other people.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah, and he's really invested in it too. But I've never actually talked to him about it before, because I really started getting into it at the start of this year, and I haven't seen him since November of 2019.
Dude, didn't they have one of the UFC fights in Dubai?
Yeah, the
That's
latest,
so hard.
the ticket with Gaethje versus Nurmagomedov was in Dubai, and I watched Khabib, like, he did vlogs from his training camp, dude. That man is a fucking, like, he's a machine, dude. He, like, especially in the weight cuts where he has to wear sweatsuits and saunas, dude, to drop his water weight. It's so fucking intense.
Oh, that sounds miserable.
Yeah,
Dude,
and he's
do
just
that
like
weight.
he's like draining him, like his like sweatsuit, and it's just like gallons of sweat just coming out of him, and like just so he can make weight. It's fucking crazy. And then he gets in the ring and he fucking like rapes like anyone he's up against. It's amazing, dude. It's yeah, that's one sport,
term.
and we're like like I'm pretty much like just as knowledgeable when it comes to that as you guys were with basketball as I am with the UFC, and maybe I should get you on it so I can
Damn
talk
right.
to you about it. But besides that,
We gotta start listening. We gotta start watching some football, man. We gotta become some real American boys.
No,
Rural Americans.
bro, I can't.
Some
I
real
try
American.
to, and I
Jack,
can't.
you can't drive a truck, go to Georgia, and not watch a goddamn.
Yeah,
game.
nah.
That's not how it works around here, Jack. I don't
Parsa,
take
you
this
are
the wrong
so,
way if
like,
you want. Get
stereotypical
mad
and
if you
racist.
want,
It's
man.
Kind of funny.
You
It's
can't have
almost
a
kinda
red
funny
truck.
How stereotypical and racist you are.
You can't have a red truck, go to Georgia, and not watch football.
he just called you racist.
I watch football
And
and I enjoy it.
stereotypical.
I'm just not gonna get super invested in it.
Oh,
I never
okay.
said I didn't like it or don't watch it.
Oh, I feel like that's what you said.
No. Mm-mm.
Such tension.
Such tension.
You two are gonna go to a couples retreat, okay?
Yeah, right. Couples counseling.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit you guys down with the psychiatrist. Be like, so where did the
I
relationship
would love
really?
that. Actually.
Maybe once
That
a
would be
week you
great
guys.
video.
Yeah,
Once a week
that'd
you
be a
guys.
Yeah,
great
what if we
video.
shot a video of you guys pretending to be like a gay couple?
We
And
should
then,
mediate.
I mean, yeah, we should get a professional. We should get a professional
we would
in here.
sit down
Nah,
with this
we got-
therapist and
we
it'd be
got-
like,
we
okay,
gotta
okay,
pull
okay.
in
So
Milk
me and
Boys
him were
and
on this
go to
podcast,
Mexico.
right?
Wait. Okay,
Wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Jack, what did you say?
What?
Jack, what did you just say? Jack, what?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I was saying if we sat in front of like a counselor, we'd be like, okay. So this is us. We're not like a couple. We're on this podcast and we're always beefing. Well, help us. And she'd be like, what?
Get
she
the
would be so
fuck out of my
confused.
office.
Yeah. He or she would be just be like, yo, guy, I cannot help you guys. After 10 minutes, we'd be like, they can't be helped.
I definitely could see that.
Jack, did you take my high maintenance comment like the wrong way? Did that hurt you?
Did I take what?
The high maintenance comment.
No, I completely brushed it off.
Okay, good. Because TJ's been saying that's where all the beef really spiked up for today.
That's where the tension
yeah,
rose.
right.
I was like, there's no way, bro. I was sitting on the toilet when I said that. That's the thing, bro. People think I'm like such a mean person, bro. I just be bored out of my mind. I just want a good reaction, man.
Some of the
gotten-
best
I don't
conversations
think
take
you're
place
mean.
on the toilet. I'm not gonna lie.
I've had some. I mean, I've learned to like brush off Parsa in texting. Like he just because like his manner of speaking is very. It takes getting used to like really like vibe with it.
This
But
is very vulgar.
Bro, there's no way it's that bad, bro. I'm gonna start reading him, bro. There's no way.
don't read him out
Parse is
loud.
just like, I'm here for the reaction. I'm not actually trying to be mean.
Bro. Like this guy last night, he was really like trying to beef. Like it was like damn near 1. Like we already had our New Year's. Like he's just trying to beef. I'm like, bro, you know, it's like it's just not the vibe, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a perfect story about that. I have a story to tell. So I'm sitting in the Waffle House in Athens. It's like probably 1 a.m. I was just hungry. It was like literally like I think maybe a Sunday night, I want to say. It was like nothing was really happening. So I just walked over to Waffle House, walked down the street. I go in there, I order my food, and I sit. The place is basically empty. I think there's like 1 or 2 tables. I have like 2 people there. But I sit at one of the empty tables, and I'm just sitting there on my phone. And this dude walks up and just sticks his fist out like he wants to fist bump me. And I mean, Corona's still a thing, obviously. This is like peak Corona, like October maybe.
Heat Corona.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, nah, I don't really want to fist bump you. Sorry, bro. And he's like, come on, just fist bump me. And I'm like, no, sorry. And he was like, oh, you got a problem with me? And he was like trying to start a fight. And like, I saw the employees start looking over at us and I was like, oh my God, is this really happening right now? This dude was wasted out of his mind. I could smell like the liquor off of him. And he was like all by himself, like maybe late 30s ish. I didn't know his story at all, but he's just wanting to beef so bad. He's like, he walked away for half a second, then immediately turned around. I was like, man, I could mess you up. Like, for real. We could take this outside. I'm like, take what outside? I just didn't want to fist bump you. Dude he's getting mad at me now because I'm just like not having it. And he just kept looking at me and was like, and then finally I gave in. I was like, okay, fine. Do you want me to fist him? He goes, no. That's gone. Now I just want to fight you. And I'm like, okay, what?
Teenage
The
college
lady-
student
I
brutally
see the lady at
beat
Waffle House
up.
like rushing my food. Wait, what?
I was just gonna say like UGA teenager brutally beat up in Waffle House parking lot.
After refusing
what-
to fist bump.
What is this dude's problem for
Dude.
not fist bumping him?
I mean, like people like always like want to fight, like especially like friends. Like I would never like swing on a friend wholeheartedly unless my life was at danger, like like crucial danger. Like I'm telling you, like it's either I hit this man or I'm dead. And even then, I don't think I could ever come to the judgment to like ever hit somebody like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine. But I mean, he did say he was pretty drunk, so that does.
No,
that,
this
that's
man
an
was
effect on
gone
people.
out of his mind.
That's straight up sticking, bro. At that point, I'm just worried about the lawsuit. But
Parse
Worry about the police after.
Parse
the
gets
fact.
all legal about it.
Man, bump that lawsuit, bro. I'm sticking you. You better get.
see, that's what I'm saying, bro. All these thoughts.
Get out my face, bro. But I've never had an encounter where somebody has like just came up to me like, "Hey, yo, bro, I'm about to beat you." It's like we about to fight.
I'm not trying to be stereotypical or racist, but you're black and 6 foot tall. I wouldn't do it either. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, I've had those, but I wouldn't say elementary school. Like, I think I had maybe 2 encounters in high school like that before I moved to Georgia.
I mean, I'm short. I look like a pussy, and I smile too much to get to have someone just kind of want to beat me up. It's like I look too harmless to people, I feel like, but I guess it's for the best.
See, Adam, that's what I thought about myself too. But then I had a mask on at Waffle House, and then everything went south.
Exactly, dude. These masks are hiding our unpunchable faces, Like you can't everyone looks punchable with a mask on,
real.
You just want to fucking go around decking people.
What's the most wildest fight you've gotten to, Parsa? Like, it could be a verbal altercation, physical altercation. Like, what's the most? I would assume that one's yours, Jack. Waffle House.
Honestly,
I don't want to say it is because I feel like there's been worse, but that's all I can think of.
When I'm playing D&D on Saturdays with the boys, after 4 hours, after
The
4,
way he started that off, I know it's gonna be something interesting.
every halfway through our game, we go to get food, and then we watch some sort of show. We were watching The Mandalorian as it was coming out, and then for some reason, every single time after we finish eating and before we start playing a game, we'd always wrestle each other. And these guys are all 3 years older than me, and they're all larger than I am. But we'd also we'd all just get in wrestling matches, or we'd put on boxing gloves and box with each other in their fucking living room, and it's so fucking funny because I'm always especially fucking Senahid, I'm always kicking his ass because he's so
ain't that boy a black belt?
he's so slow and kind of sluggish now. It's funny, man.
Nah, he's sluggish.
Yeah, man, trust me, bro. When you get after high school, bro, the brew starts catching up to people, man.
It gets real
It
serious.
starts catching up to people, man.
Dude, I'm in the peak physical shape right now, dude. Not even gonna cap.
My peak was definitely when quarantine first started, and I was motivated, and I was hitting weights, and I was still skinny. That was physical.
That summer, just into quarantine, was interesting. It was definitely before we had all been kind of broken down by this whole thing. It was still a lot of excitement.
Before it snatched our soul.
For it,
Because we thought it was gonna I don't know, be over after a few months at least.
or even if we knew it'd last longer, we didn't we couldn't visualize it, so we were just still sort of we still had our hopes high.
Then we started slowly going through the motions, and it was just
So is the vaccine out yet, bro?
It's out. It's getting distributed right now. I think my parents are going in for the second
it's funny.
dosage.
The vaccine. I was talking about this with my mom yesterday. The vaccine seems more and more it seems like a rare thing that no one's gonna get. But you ask someone that's in the medical field or a teacher or whatever, and they have it.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like such a distant thing, but people that have it already.
They have
your parents.
They've made enough vaccines for everybody. Almost. They had 200 million ready to go.
Oh, wow.
Everybody don't need it, man.
What do you mean everyone don't need it?
We can get rid of some people.
How many? Parsa.
I was just playing. Man.
No, but are you guys excited for your $600 stimulus?
Dude, are we getting it, bro?
You're getting the $600.
Are we?
Yes, but for now that's it. Just $600. Super effective.
I mean, I'll take it, man.
We individually, us specifically, I don't think we will because
maybe not. But us, the country as a whole, are getting. I feel
like
shit.
I feel like
Right.
I feel like us being college students, I feel like we should definitely get.
No, they don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, man! I should filed independent.
I still think you'd be eligible at this point.
No.
It's just
You'd be eligible if you filed independent.
there's just so many restrictions on it, and it's
It's so
so
annoying,
many,
man.
like,
Just
different
give the
things.
goddamn money, bro.
Stop being a little.
yeah. And then with the talks about getting another $2,000 out, so the most so far they've talked about $2,000, and I've been watching the back and forth on the Senate floor about it, and like,
Bro, bring back Trump, bro. He wants that 2,000, bro.
what do you mean bring him back? He's still in office.
Oh, he is.
Bro, he has not left yet.
But like Mitch McConnell's been really fighting against it, and God, he's
Why? What difference does it make to him, bro?
That's the only reason Trump is in support of the $2,000 is to beef with Mitch McConnell, which is so funny to me.
it is strange how they beef like that. But like Mitch McConnell, like saying that $2,000 stimulus isn't necessary for everybody in the country because like it's just like the minutia on like who should get it, who should not. He's like really hung up on it, but like like his state, right, Kentucky, is one of the poorest states in the country. It has 10 of the 25 most poorest counties in the country are in Kentucky.
Dude, some of the houses I've seen with Trump flags out of them, bro, I'm like, dude, there's no way anybody's like pulling into this house nor living in it. Like, this is a shack, my guy.
Yeah, and
Like, this is not a house.
I mean, it's just like
Did you just call it a shack?
Yeah.
I can't imagine living in Kentucky and you have like not only are you already in a pretty tight financial situation, but you're also being like the pandemic's hitting you the hardest since your jobs are probably ones that have been like gutted by the pandemic, and then like the guy you elected to represent you is saying that we shouldn't give $2,000 to my constituents or the entire country as a whole. Bro, he does look like the guy from Pan's Labyrinth. Oh my God. That's crazy. Jack, do you ever watch Pan's Labyrinth? Like, it's like this horror movie.
I know of it. I haven't watched it.
Do you know the homie
though.
with like the guy, he would put his hands up to his face for his eyes? Fucking viewers, it looks like this. But he just showed me a side by side of Mitch McConnell and that homie, and it looked quite similar. It was freaking me out. But
I'll send it to you, Jack.
Man, they need like a not an age limit, but I think the Senate needs a term limit personally.
100%. I can't believe, and another thing that's been really ragging me lately is that, so when it comes to Congress, right? You're in Congress for 2 years. Like, well, when you're you're a fucking representative, you're 2 years per term, right? And so when you're in like a career politician spot in Congress, like Nancy Pelosi has been there for like decades. Like since every 2 years, I mean, it's different for Nancy Pelosi since she's kind of been locked in for a little bit, but when you're like trying to establish yourself as a member of like Congress, every time you get into office, you immediately start planning for your next reelection because it's only 2 years away. And so like career politicians in every like part of the government, but especially in like Congress with only 2 year terms, like a lot of their effectiveness of what they can do is cut short because they're constantly fighting to get reelected. It's like you almost like don't start.
So make it a four-year term, man.
I mean, yeah, or just de-incentivize people from like running for so many terms in a row. It's like if I ever ran for Congress, like I wouldn't run for re-election because that's the thing. Like you would like as soon as the votes are in and you're in Congress, you start planning for re-election because like you need to start planning for it now, or else like you'll be behind next 2 years from now. It's crazy, and there's a lot of little things like that. But
like the reason you're in is to make change or to do your actual job, not just worry about staying in the actual job.
Because it'll never
unfortunate.
stop. Like you'll always like be seeking for a
Right. That's a
re-election.
never-ending cycle.
It's just like say like you get elected. It's like, all right, I have 2 years to do what I can, and then maybe I'm out. Maybe if I really need to do something, I'll stay. But like Nancy Pelosi been representative for 30 years. It's just like, I mean, she's kind of got her seat locked in California there, but
Damn, man. You seem hurt about that.
Right, like he seemed a little distraught.
I'm just exhausted. I can't wait for the 5th when these political ads will stop. I'm so excited.
Honestly.
Oh my God, I know. I think that's what's draining me right now is this ads. I get every video, everything. I just won't stop.
And it ruins the mood. Like I'll be watching like my favorite YouTubers with really lighthearted content, and then like those ads will just throw off my
Radical left.
Yeah, or it's just like Kelly Loeffler is the richest member of Congress. It's like I don't give a fuck.
Yesterday I got all 4 of them.
Kelly's for Kelly.
I got
She'll
Purdue,
do
I got
anything to
Warnock,
stay in
I got
Washington.
Ossoff, and I got Kelly.
Damn.
I got all 4 in one day.
I saw the first ad with David Perdue actually talking, and it sounded so strange. Like his
He really
voice.
touched me.
No
man.
negotiations.
He sounded like they were cutting his, like it was like cut really together. He's like no negotiations, or it's like hospitals gutted, businesses Goody.
Got it.
Your guns.
How will we sleep at night with those
With no
liberals in
guns
office?
and no police, man.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, what the hell?
I don't know, man. It was kind of one of the better ads I've seen.
I mean, there have been some bad ones.
He
I mean,
really got my vote from that.
I'll reiterate, but my least favorite ads, and they've been poking up more and more, is the ads where it's like go vote, Georgia. Who you voted for is private, but if you voted or not is public record. So
Oh,
go
yeah,
out
it's
and
like
vote.
it's like that little animation thing
Yeah,
telling you to
like,
vote.
let's literally
Nobody's pulling up.
shame people into voting. That'll really promote democracy.
Oh, dude, do your part for your community by bringing 3 friends or family members.
Yeah, it's like, and then I was thinking, is that like exclusive? Like, does every 3 friend you have to bring 3 other friends?
Talk about
Because at
peer
that point, you're
pressure.
bringing like billions of people in over just a few cycles.
Talk about peer
Well,
pressure.
I saw that early voting people, there have already been 3.1 million votes, and the total number of early voting for the presidential election was only 3.9. So it's really consistent, which is kind of crazy.
Damn, a lot of people.
Damn right.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say everything. But I'll be really happy when it's all over, because I'm tired of watching my favorite, like you said, YouTube. I was watching 85th South Show, and normally they have their own ads on YouTube, so I won't have to worry about like other YouTube interruptions,
Uh-huh.
you know. But like right in the middle, right when Carlos was about to give a nice little quote,
Yeah, dude. So
it just popped up.
really specific
my whole
anecdote,
mood.
right? But like, I watch a lot of Hearthstone YouTubers where like they play the game and like talk and stuff like that. And on their YouTube compilations, one of my favorite ones, he has this really awesome outro music that builds up towards the last game that he has like compiled in his video, and it builds up, and right as like the game ends is when it cuts to like his end screen and like the music drops, and he has an ad right there. And so I'll be waiting for it to build up. It's like this sick little beat, and then as soon as it drops, it's like, God damn America. Raphael Warnock endorsed this guy as a prophet. God damn America. I'm just like, God, ruining my day. Ruining my
Jeremiah
day.
Wright is a preacher and a prophet. Yeah, I've seen that ad a million times.
Dude, how much money do they spend? Because this shit's
Millions.
been going on.
So
millions,
much money. Like,
literal
dude,
millions.
It's been going on.
This election cycle is like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that, I mean, in Kentucky, they were trying to de-seat Mitch McConnell. Or no, I forget. It might have been, I think it was Mitch McConnell. Yeah, they're trying to de-seat Mitch McConnell. And they spent $70 million on their Democratic candidate for Senate. And I mean, her name was Amy McGrath, and she lost big time. Okay. But yeah, she lost big time. And then in here, they've been spending a whole lot of money. And just the presidential campaign in general, like this election is almost like twice as expensive as like the Obama, like any of Obama's elections or Clinton, Trump. It's crazy how much money has been spent in this.
Dude, I'm going to be honest.
wow.
I'm failing to like stay
Stay what, man? Just awake or
awake.
yeah. I know, I get you, man.
Had such a long night.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of the
Listen.
426 podcast.
You guys stay safe. You guys stay up.
Oh.
Happy New Year, everybody.
We didn't even talk about resolutions because we don't have any.
Because we're perfect and we don't need any.
Damn
You know
right.
what's going on? Hey, don't remember, guys. Keep your shit to yourselves. No one cares.
Just be a better version of you every day
Every
that
day.
goes on.
Next week, guys, we'll be back more energetic. We'll be having
With a way better episode, man. Ain't it right, Adam? Ain't
Yeah.
it right, Jack? Give me some love.
Right.
We'll be having
Yeah.
a special guest on this month, which we're really excited to talk about. He's a really good friend of ours. But besides that, thank you all for listening to this episode of the 426 podcast. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Have a great day.